So welcome to this yin. This is your time to tune in and to restore. Whatever's on your mind, whatever's heavy on your heart or big on your to-do list. Find a big breath in and a full breath out to let it go. And in this space in child's pose, knees wide, arms long. You can choose to find a prop to lean on or not. Just I want you to breathe. Notice how you feel. As you soften your chin, maybe even rest your head on your hands. Notice your hips. Notice your arms. Notice your fingertips. And try to surrender as heavy as you can in this child's pose. Now the intention of a yin class is to restore. We hold tension and tightness in our body, especially our hips and shoulders. And it takes about 2 minutes for your body to get out of the fight or flight system and actually relax. So we have typically longer holds. Now, if you're new to yoga, child's pose is the #1 well-known resting posture outside of Shavasana, our ending posture. This is a posture where you can tune in with yourself at any time. If at any time in life, in your practice, anytime you need to tune in, child's pose is here for you. If it's authentic to you to make a dedication for your practice, option to bend your elbows and send your palms to the nape of your neck in your child's pose. Now really think to yourself, what is my intention? If I asked you, what is your intention, Joe, would you know? Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale. Good. Slowly press yourself up. If you're feeling okay to move, and send your legs straight up the wall. So get your tailbone as close to the wall as you can. You can scoot like your right side body first to the mat and then pivot your legs up the wall. It's kind of hard to scoot once you start to get your legs up. And you don't need a prop here unless you feel like your mat is too hard. I just want you to focus on this shape with legs straight up the wall. Now, yin yoga tends to have different names of postures. Different types of yoga sometimes have different names. Where in yoga we call this legs up the wall, in yin yoga they call this candlestick. Your hands can be on your belly or out like cactus arms. This is a beautiful posture to end your day in if you tend to have your bed near a wall and space to do this. Taking time to allow the fire to dissipate as blood flows back into your body. As you find this inversion. You soften your eyes. Slow your breath in. Slow your breath out. Notice any thoughts on your mind. Can you focus on the breath in and slow breath out? Part of a meditation is to focus on your breath and that alone. Try to be as still as you can. Breathe in and breathe out. If a thought or to-do list comes in your mind, acknowledge it with the breath in and gently blow it away with the breath out. Now all that matters is your breath. Tuning in and softening. We're about halfway. If you prefer or would like to try on placing a block underneath your hips, you can place your feet to that wall and find a small shoulder stand. Lifting your hips, hoisting your hips, planting your heels to the earth so your knees are over your hips. Melt weight to your shoulders. Enjoy the pressure on your shoulders if you have tight shoulders like me. Breathe in and maybe you slide a block underneath your tailbone, so just above your glutes, your sacrum, and keep the legs up the wall. Stay here. Or if you like to open up your legs, open them as wide as a V that they'll go. If this feels like too much, you can skip it. Just let gravity work here. Coming back to those chakras, the energy cycles we were talking about. The first chakra is red, grounding energy. With the mantra, I am grounded. The second chakra is orange, around your belly button, around your hips. And this chakra is I am creative. Slowly send your legs to the wall, your feet back to that shoulder stand shape. So plant your feet to the wall, hoist your hips up, and then stack your hips underneath your knees. And you can enjoy this shoulder stand variation. Breathe in and slowly lower your tailbone down. Keep your left foot on the mat, on the wall rather, and cross your right ankle over your left knee. This is a modified figure 4. Your left foot can walk up the wall a bit, or you can scoot yourself a little bit farther away from the wall. I want you to use the wall as your support to help square your hips. If you prefer a pillow underneath your head, you can place it there. Trust your body in the shape. Right ankle over left knee. Feel your right hip gently inching forward and your left knee trying to support you back. So the third chakra is yellow. It's like the rainbow. It's called your Manipura chakra. It's your solar plexus. This is your willpower, your energy, your desire. It's your core. It's where it all comes together in the midline. And the mantra I love most about this chakra is, I am able to believe in yourself. To not let yourself fall or get in your own way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Try to keep your shoulders heavy and your cheeks light. Let your eyelids be heavy. Two more breaths on this leg. Feel your belly rise. Feel your belly fall. And gently plant your feet to the wall again. Hoist your hips to that shoulder stand. Trust the wall. Press the wall away. And then slowly lower down. Left ankle crosses over right knee. Figure 4 is what this shape is called. It's a variation of pigeon pose, or in Yin Yoga we call it swan. Your left hand can assist your left knee forward, but try not to push anything. Can you relax in this shape? I know the wall is humbling. It really forces the square of the hips. So if you need a little more distance from the wall, you can take it. Now hips don't lie. So envision I am able to be still, that energy through your belly, that willpower, that strength, the color yellow, bright, to your light. Breathe in, breathe out. Slowly, slowly press one last time up to that shoulder stand. Good. And then slowly lower yourself down. Mindfully turn. Ooh. And we'll meet for our next posture. Butterfly pose. For this one, you may want a flat pillow or a blanket to sit on. Butterfly, you may want a little blanket to sit on. Your knees are wide, and try to get your heels as close to you as they'll go. It's okay if it's not very close. The pillow under the tailbone helps to tilt you forward. And then if you have a block or 2 blocks or 3 blocks to bow forward, that is great. You can take a big puffy pillow. Whatever you got is perfect. You can place it on your chest and just fold like you would a stuffed animal. Whatever works for you. That block can be on your feet. The goal is to keep the knees wide. And if you can, rest your forearms on something, maybe your head as well. Forward folds are super beneficial with back issues. But anytime you're dealing with back pain, trust a forward fold to stretch you through it. And the head down signifies humility, which in yoga and often turns out to be a good thing. And what I like thinking about humility is what you learn from your lessons. So tune in, try not to move, and reflect on your journey. Two more breaths here. Good. Slowly lift your chest when you're ready. This next one is a half floor frog. So you want to bend your ankle, one knee, so kind of think child's pose knees, but one heel is underneath you. So the tops of your toes are down and one leg is long. And we're gonna lean back. So like fixed firm is when you sit between your heels. You can kind of think knees come together. You can lay back on 2 pillows. I have a yoga wheel here. I'm gonna lean on. Stack blocks or lean back. You want to use any variation, and you can bend your left knee as well for more support. For me, that feels better, left knee bend, to lean back. You can use your hands behind you and your forearms as that plank, forearms here, and just drape your head back. Hold yourself up by your forearms down as well. We won't be here forever, so if you can find patience to breathe through this shape, try to relax your head back and maybe shine your palms up. Now this is intentional, the tops of the toes down, cutting off circulation to your knee in a beneficial way. So when we release this shape, we'll find more circulation in our kneecaps. Great for runners. Allow your body to open. You can even cactus your arms if you have something to support you. Feel your belly rise. Feel your belly fall. 2 more breaths here. Slowly lift your chest. Extend your left leg long if your right knee is bent and turn it to a seated separate leg stretched. Right knee is to the right, heel inside the thigh. Take any props that you need with you. Gaze towards your left toes. Lift your chest first. Breathe in and then fold. You send that finding a breath first helps you melt a little bit deeper. So maybe you can find that movement. It's breathe in to lift. Exhale, fold a little deeper. Can you bow so you can rest your head on something? A pillow, a block. It can be inside your leg or on top of your leg. And it's normal for knees to be bent, so don't worry about that. Try to close your eyes. Soften, soften, soften. Again, folding, noticing the low back. In this posture, try to keep your hand connected to your leg. Signifying to your body that you're okay. Slowly lift your chest and sway your legs side to side. Move the knees. Notice the hip flexors. Good, and then find that shape on the other side, that tops of the toes down with the left leg bent. Right leg can be forward, and you can lean back just on your hands. Come down to your forearms, or even lie all the way down to your back. If it feels good to have support, you can take support behind you. Good, just find a variation where you can try to let your head hang back. Right knee can be bent or extended. the left foot. All that matters is your breath. Taking time to tune in is so vital. Notice how you feel. Can you soften just a little bit more? Two more breaths. Slowly plant your fingertips and press yourself up. And adjust your left foot inside your right leg for a seated separate leg stretch. I know it's hard to move. Lift your chest first. Breathe in and fold over that right leg. You can bend your knee, option for a block underneath your right knee for more support. It's very common for hamstrings to be super tight. And if that's you, no problem. You're not defined by your flexibility, okay? Try to gaze down. If you can, rest your forearms on something. Maybe your head down too. I know every leg is different. And in this active fold, we think about squaring the torso towards the leg. Flat spine. But right now, it's okay to round through the spine. Two more breaths here. Gently lift your chest. Slowly rise. This next posture is a wind removing posture. So traditionally you have your knee to your chest, but this strap helps us so we don't have to hold our leg. So loop your loop around you, and you can tie a little, if you don't have a yoga strap, if you have a little band. You want to get your strap in a position to where your knee can hold to your chest. And you can tie it once you lie down. You want to lie down with your knee to your chest. Your left knee can be bent, and where it can be close to your body. Up by your shoulder is ideal, up and over, rather than right in front of your chest. Up and over. And if you can tie your loop there, or tighten your strap, and then maybe tuck it underneath your torso so that your knee will be assisted at your chest. That is the goal. Try to get it up and over to the right as best you can. And make the adjustment so that it feels kind of pinched to your body, not in a painful way. Like I said, your left knee can be bent or long. Once you have some sort of shape where your leg will stay to your chest by yourself, release your arms long. And the goal is to find stillness. Now props can be used to challenge us in classes, but also to help us restore. And the strap is one of my favorite to help you stretch and restore. To lengthen the spine. This posture is compression. And tight compression to your ascending colon is super beneficial for your digestive system. If you can, get your chin to your chest. I know it's not very comfortable, but it's popular in this posture to activate your thyroid, so tucking your chin to your chest and finding a compression. If that strap is loose at all, you can hold your knee towards your chest, interlacing both hands underneath the knee. Try to relax your right toes. Your left leg is asleep on the mat. Two more breaths here. Gently press yourself up if that's manageable. Send your legs long and give them a little wiggle. Wake up leg, maybe rub your quads, your hammies. Wake up legs. I talk to my body parts sometimes, like move, pretty common. And then send your left knee to your chest. You can start from a tall seat. Guess it depends on what you got. And you just want to think, have the strap where your palms would be right above your knee. So right underneath your knee. And then moving it up and over to above your left shoulder. And once you have a similar shape, then you roll down to your back. So knee is as close to your torso as it will stay. And it's pretty, takes some time to maneuver your strap. And if it feels better to do this from a seat, you don't have to be down on your back, but the benefit of the wind removing posture is on your back. Try to sink your hip down. The strap like the wall helps the squaring of the hips. Compression of the digestive system. In yoga, we tend to move right to left, like blood moves in your body. Right side to left side. Two more breaths here. Slowly finagle your way out of this. If you're locked down like me, it may take a second. You can remove your strap. We have one more super awesome restorative posture with the strap. But for right now, we're gonna fold into a swan or pigeon. So I want your right knee to create a 7 shape and swing your left leg back. You can start high. The goal is the squarish front leg, but you can place a block or a pillow underneath your chest to bow your forearms down. If this is a lot of pain and you're super lifted, you can place a block underneath your hip. For more support, block under the hip. And you can totally plop to your side if going forward feels like a nightmare for you. That figure 4 shape we took on our back is an option as well. And if you can fold in this posture, I recommend it. To a prop if you have it. If you'd like more of a shoulder stretch through this posture, find your palms together like prayer and slide your palms forward long in front of you. We call this prone extension as you rest your chin down. Pigeon is one of those postures where you're reminded that your hips store a lot of tension. Find your breath in. Send your breath out to those tight places. Think of assisting your right hip forward, your right hip back, your left hip forward. Micro adjustment. Finding that yellow light of our intention today. I am able. Breathe in. Breathe out. Yes, I can stay here for a few more breaths. Slowly, slowly lift. For this next one, We're just to stretch out the leg. I want you to walk your right leg up a wall, like down dog, and find a half split against the wall. So your left foot is down, the tops of your right toes are down. Walk your palms as close to the left toes that they'll go, and use the wall to stretch through your legs. 4 big breaths here. And those breaths can be on your time. Once you've had 4 breaths at the wall, slowly come down and slide your left foot forward for pigeon on the other side, or swan. Lift your chest. And you can listen to your body right here. It's a lot harder for men in general. You can place a block underneath your hip if you're feeling really tight. Or you can slide your heel underneath you, more like a child's pose. Option to stay lifted or fold. You can always rest your forehead. This is my favorite posture to give and receive hands on assist. Now that time might be far away, so I'll give you verbal cues on how to give yourself the assist. It's a gentle movement of the right hip forward and the left hip back, so just very gently. Find your breath, breathe it in. And imagine that movement, right hip forward, left hip back. Slowly begin to find movement. If you're wondering who this Hanuman is, in Hindu there's stories that link kind of like our Greek gods. Our Hindu stories linking to postures, and Hanuman is the monkey god who created the splits. So with that monkey god in mind, let's find the splits against the wall. It doesn't have to be a big lift of the left leg. Just crawl your left toes up the wall. And I'm pretty flexible, so I'm walking my hands closer to my right foot. But wherever you're at, it's cool. You can just kick the wall and just breathe, squaring your hips, the tops of your toes to the wall. Breathe for 4 big breaths. Inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Try to let your head drop heavy. And slowly come down. We're wrapping up here soon. So let me check on something very quick. Perfect. Folding once more forward. You've tried this one before. It's a wide-legged fold. So you can decide what props you like. Your fold can be just a little wider than your hips if you want. Or you can open a little wider. So just listen to your body. You can have pillows to rest your forearms forward. Or you can reach your arms long forward with a yoga block. And decide if you want your legs even wider. If you want to practice this flexibility, you could face the wall with your toes to the wall. But it's up to you. Bow forward a little bit. Maybe rest your forearms to a prop. And try to bow your head down. Ensuring the knees and toes are up. Picking flat spine as you fold. Again, tight hamstrings tell you the truth. And if it's speaking loudly to you that you should not be this low, then please come up a little bit more. Remember that rule, 2 to 3 minutes to soften, so be patient. Close your eyes, big breaths in, big breaths out. I am able to soften. Breathe in, breathe out. Allow those connective tissues to steer the other way, the tension to dissipate. To lighten as you sink a little deeper. Just micro millimeters. Two more breaths. Slowly start to lift yourself up. Slide your legs together. You can sway the knees. Ooh, those hips. So good. Coming down to our last strappy pose. So again, the strap is going to go around your torso. You want a bigger loop this time? But if you can wait to adjust it. You want it to be able to wrap around your feet. So you could take that butterfly pose with your feet together. And you want one end of the strap around your feet. So you can hold the other, if you have two edges in your right hand. And then I want you to lean back. So if that can be on a pillow, I recommend it. 2 pillows. You can use your forearms or a block. I actually prefer the yoga block for this one. But take your time, you might want it between your shoulder blades. So right between your shoulder blades. I have it on the middle setting, only if you have one, but pillow works too. Notice how it feels when you recline. Option for that yoga block. You want it so that your head can lean right over that block. And then you tighten the strap. As you tighten the strap, it holds your heels closer to your body and sends your knees out wider. So this is called Supta Baddha Konasana. It's an opening of the chest. It's a lot like our fish pose. And a big hip opener. I love it because it opens hips and shoulders. And if the strap or block do not serve you, you can skip them altogether and just recline on your back in this shape. You can slowly start to lift your chest up. I know it feels like you could fall asleep right there and it feels so good. But we have to I'm going to give us some twists to end our practice. So, gentle twist. You can move your strap aside. Maybe just keep a block or a pillow nearby. We're going to twist. So, lie all the way down on your back. Hug your knees to your chest. No strap. And I just want you to rock your knees over to the right. All the way to the right until they touch either a yoga block or the earth. Can you stack so your left hip is on top of your right? Now, if your knee is not on a block, option to take a block and place it between your thighs, offering more support in this twist. If your knees are to the right, send your left arm long to the left. And knees can knock to that block or skip it. You can separate your legs and take an eagle leg here as well. Chin rocks over your left shoulder. Try to melt your weight into the earth. This is a beautiful twist of the thoracic spine. It's a great posture to alleviate stress, to start or end any day. Stretch of the neck, the shoulders, hips. Two more breaths here in this twist. And hug your knees to chest. If you're ready to move to the other side, give yourself a little squeeze. And that can feel like a lot as well, just knees to chest. And send your knees the other way. And you can take a variation you took on the other side. I like to drape my top leg over the block. Right arm out like a wing. Rock your chin, direction, right shoulder. As we take our last postures. So good. Gently hug your knees back to your chest. Just one last posture. And that is Shavasana, sending your legs long. I want to offer this posture with pillows underneath your knees and a block underneath your hips if that feels good. Block under your hips, pillows under your knees. You can bend your knees, you can find Supta Baddha, arms wide, or you can just plop on the earth like a little ploppy puppy with no props at all. This is your Shavasana, so whatever you need, be heavy. And I'll guide you out. Just a few more breaths. Slowly feel your breath rise and fall a little deeper. Know you could stay forever in this posture. As it is our final resting posture. If you're ready to move on, no need to. But if you're ready, start to wiggle your fingertips and tickle your toes. Rock your head side to side. And try this on. Send your legs up the wall and your hands up the wall too. So the imaginary wall. Open and close the wrists, roll the ankles, roll the toes. Roll, roll, roll. Rinse, rinse, rinse. And hug your knees to your chest. Finding gratitude for taking the time to restore. Breathe in. Breathe out. Only if it's feeling right for you, rise to a tall seat. We bow chin to chest to seal in our practice. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste. Thank you for joining Yoga with Shal. That was an hour yin, well, non-traditional yin restorative class. I hope that you found time to tune in, and we'll see you next time.